Hey everyone, just gonna wait a few moments until everyone comes for a visit. I know it was kind of a last minute ordeal, so we shall see. That I put this in here. Hello, just keep it real. So good to see you, my friend. I know it was kind of last minute. I wasn't quite sure when the carpet cleaners were going to be coming back. So I didn't know. They gave you a window between 12 and 4, and thank good they came about 1. Hey, Super Snoops, good to see you. I'm kind of in a makeshift position here. That's true, you are. I'm learning from you. It's okay to go last minute. It's okay just to roll with it. Yes, I'm in this makeshift position. I am sitting on a 6-inch stool, which is very uncomfortable, on like a little short tray that you would have outside next to your sun chair because I have no furniture. So I'm going to just kind of show you the carpets are clean. Everything is a disaster. So the carpets are wet. Hey, Snake, how are you? Yeah, and I'm on this itty bitty little stool. Hold on. I'm going to try to see if you can all see that. Hold on. Let me back her up. See how itty bitty that is? And I'm sitting everything with a towel because the carpet's wet. And I figure a carpet where I'm at least sitting would um, be dry, or help me out, maybe make no marks on the carpet from the wood or the that kind of thing. Oh my goodness, that is tiny. It's very tiny. Like my knees are almost to my boob height. I don't know if you can see that, but they're up high. Not I didn't mean to show you all my cooter, but that was pretty darn close. It is. Yes, and just keep it real. Yesterday, I thought of this title because everybody, I shouldn't say everybody, but you had this large group of women who are like 6 foot tall and taller. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh. And I'm hoping that they come into the chat today because they are so sweet. And I know some of them. Not the cooter. I know. But I have a long t-shirt on. I have a water spot on my boob. And I'll tell you a little bit about that. Do you want to learn about little people and boobs? Okay, so here's the deal. A sink comes to like my boob height, right? And I went to fill up my water bottle with water from the sink. And there was a wet spot on the sink. And yep, right at the boob. Always happens. And it's really bad. Like me, I always have to grab tons of paper towel, like when you're at a restaurant. But I really try. Oh, you want to see my boob? There it is. See the boob spot? Right there. Oh, the sink. So yeah, like at a restaurant, I don't like to go to public restrooms. I'm just not comfortable, and B, the sinks are nasty, and you have to wash your hands. But I have to like clean the sink before I can wash my hands, and that's just gross. And then I can't necessarily reach the door to go out. It's not necessarily, my arms aren't long enough to be able to open the door, put my butt against the door, and toss the paper towel so I don't have to touch any of that stuff. Yeah, it's a lot. You know, Snake, you don't like public restrooms either. Oh my gosh, that's funny. They are, and to think, ugh. And then if they only have the tall toilet, I'm out if that's the case. Sometimes I think people might like to see the struggle you have, hence why I said you should show us the sink. Well, all my crap that's in my family room for Maggie is kind of, and I have chairs sitting in the kitchen because that doesn't have carpet. But I should show you. My goal is to be comfortable enough with streaming from my phone and show you like those crazy struggles. Yeah, I was thinking I have to work tomorrow, and I don't know. It depends if there's a line of people at work. We share space. I work at a home decor boutique called Vintage Barn Chicks, and my niece made me a stool because when you go behind the counter area um, where we check people out, it's really high. And we use that for people they can put displays. We put displays together for people in their homes, whether it's an island or a mantle, all different things, wall art, all sorts of stuff. And we use that, and it's really high. So I want to do that one day. And plus, the store gets really good advertisement. And they're on Facebook, by the way. They do Facebook Lives every other Wednesday night to show some of the new home decor items that come into the shop. And it's really great. But yes, public restrooms are so nasty. They are. But tomorrow we have an employee only bathroom, and the public restroom is upstairs, but we're in a barn. It is. It's the cutest store. We are in the basement of a barn. So in the winter, it's really cold. And in the summer, it's okay. It doesn't smell like a barn. It's just it hasn't been used as a barn from like probably since the 1970s, I'm assuming. And they made it into cute, like there's an antique shop upstairs, and I'm really into all that. I used to shop at Vintage Barn Chicks since they first opened. And then one day I'm like, hey, do you ever need help? I would love to work here. And sure shooting they did. And within a week, I got on the schedule, and it's been amazing ever since. And I swear to God, they pay us or we pay them to work there, is the way it really works out. We pay them because I'm always buying home decor. Anything you see, even in the background, is all from Vintage Barn Chicks. But I've been kind of collecting stuff from there. And then I get tired of it, and then I sell it. And oh, yeah, I do. I spend my entire paycheck there and then some. That's why I say we pay them to work there. So we all do. It's just all of us. It's a lot of fun. But to go over to like tall expectations, just like my whole boob and water situation with the sink. Like the sink in our house is, well, we live in an apartment, and I love apartment living. I really do. I've owned a home. It was like on a quarter of an acre in the city lot. It was great, but when I got a divorce, it was really hard to either find help to cut the grass, and in the winter to snow blow and keep everything clean. Again, tall expectations. A snow blower. I mean, I can't snow blow like with my hands on the thing way up here. And you could get those little snow shovels, but not when you get 12 inches of snow in one go. But it just worked out so much better, even though we had a garage. I didn't have, with renting, I don't have to worry about it. As if something, and we have so many brand new complexes. We moved in here 8 years ago when this was brand spanking new. So it was perfect timing. So So it's kind of been like our house. We want to move closer to Steve's work, but again, we want to rent. We need a garage. You have to have all those things. But it just helps because I'm not handy. Because physically, I'm not handy. Like, yes, I can do, you know, things like vacuum and clean, and can I do upper windows? Yeah, if I'm on a step ladder, but that's not always advantageous at all. I know, just keep it real. You couldn't live here with all that snow. No, absolutely not. Hey, Tara, it was so good to see you. I am so proud of you. I really am. You've come a long way. I'm really proud of you. Very much so. It was so good to see you live today, and I'm just very proud of you. Very much so. But everything is, even in here, like, I'm fortunate. I'm not that short. So the only place, and again, we're going to do a walk through my house and how I live and how I get on furniture, but we get new furniture tomorrow. And that's kind of a story because everybody has different needs, and it's so, we, I don't know, I want to say 6 years ago we bought a love sack, but I bought one because my sister bought one. And the only reason we bought them is our good friend was a regional sales director. So we got her discount, which we probably paid a quarter of what the average customer would pay. And we thought it was great. But over the last several years, like, I had a hip replacement, and Steve's like, this stuff isn't comfortable, and it's not. As your body gets older, like, we need lower back support. Oh, thank you. Just keep it real. You're so sweet. Thanks so much. But, not everything is made for us. And we had been looking for new furniture for 2 years. 2 years. Nope, this isn't going to work. And then we figured out we didn't want loose back pillows like a love sack has. And we needed something. And then my mom just bought a couch with attached pillows or attached back. We're like, no, because we're harder on furniture than she is. So then we found a complete, it's like, I'll show you when we get it. But the way it's shaped hits us right where in our back where we need support. So it is, I'll show it to you. Oh, what the heck is a love sack? Okay, a love sack, you'll see commercials like on TV, but you can look it up. It's LUVSAK. And it's a couch that comes in sections. So you buy a bottom, and then you can buy a side. And with the bottom comes the bottom cushion as well as a box. And then each bottom also comes with a back cushion, but a back pillow. But you need a back. So, like, we had 6 bases, 7 sides. Yeah, that's what we had. 6 bases and 7 sides. And it allowed us to put Maggie. So it turned into a sectional. But it's like a puzzle. You can redo the whole seating area if you don't like it one way. But what was hard is once it's all put together and it has these clamps that come down to hold the pieces together, um, you can't move it. So then you have to take it apart, and but all the covers, even on the bases, every single cover is washable. Super, super easy, throw it in the washing machine. But for people that are old, yeah, they are like really cool. But I think as you get older, they're great for like the gaming community or the. Hey, Colin, how are you, my dear? we are just talking about everything is intentional with tall expectations. So good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Okay, every time you say that on the phone, I was like, does she mean love seat? No, but we did get a love seat. We now this time just bought a couch and a love seat, but the love seat is for Maggie. So when I talk about, oh, your daughter gets a love seat, well, she sleeps in our family room because she's with us all the time. We are between the kitchen and the family room all the time. And this way, it allows us to engage with her because she's non-mobile and nonverbal. And if we put her in a bedroom, not that you intentionally forget, but you do. I mean, sometimes Maggie isn't here for a day, and Steve will be like, oh, did Maggie just go? And I'm like, she hasn't been here all day. You know what I mean? You kind of forget because she's so quiet. She's so sweet. She's so kind. You know, sometimes I wonder what she's thinking. But she's kind of like her mother, and her eyes tell it all. You know, like I roll my eyes. And if I don't like you, I will go, oh my God. You know, I have all these different faces. Oh, but when you say love sack, oh, I was like, maybe Wisconsinians call the love seat a love sack. No, that reminds me of the song, the way you just wrote that, Love Shack. Remember that? When I talk about Maggie, Tara, yes, that's my daughter. Um, I did a video I think it was like my second video that I did, or second live, and she is a little person. She's one of my twins, but she suffered an anoxic brain injury due to medical negligence at 8 months old. And I kind of told that story. And like now, I don't know, I don't see her any different. And Olivia, because it was their birthday on May 1st, they turned 26. Olivia asked me, like, Mom, I really don't know what happened to my sister. And so her and I kind of talked about it. I should have said to her, go watch my video. No, I love talking about it. Let me tell you. I mean, it's been 25 and a half years, and I don't mind talking about it. Plenty of love shacks about LOL, I'm naughty. That's okay. I am too. Very. But just keep it real keeps me in line. Yeah, so Maggie is immobile and nonverbal. It destroyed. She had seizures for over 6 hours, and literally, in the best way to describe it is her brain fried. It's like as I'm sure you know, Tara, seizures are like no, don't be sorry, my dear, not at all. Seizures are like electrical currents to your brain, but she had them for nonstop for 6 hours. And she went in for an MRI scan and never came out of the anesthesia from that. So, yes. So it was, it's just been, but I don't look at it any differently anymore. Back then, and I think that was the turning point in my life where I really had to, and I say this, like, stand tall and fight for a lot of things that I didn't realize. And I look at the way she is today is a blessing. I'm so fortunate. A friend of mine has a son with a lot of mental illness. We'll just say that. And his behavior, I mean, and the little boy, when he was 6, threatened to kill me and came at me with a screwdriver, and he was bigger than me. Yeah, very violent. You can't have things on your counter. He gets, he is now 9, but once he hits that certain age, I think it's middle school, he can be arrested. I mean, he bites kids. He is horrible behavior, but when he's with his dad seems to be able to figure him out. And he goes through a lot of meds. And like me, when I hear of something like that, I'm like, oh my gosh, he looks normal. Yeah, you would have no clue. And I feel so blessed for what I have. I mean, you don't have to worry about your kid killing you in the middle of the night. Oh, I shouldn't probably said that on YouTube. But I'm using that as an example of how blessed I am and how easy Maggie is. And yes, Countess here, we do pray. And I think of people with individual differences so often, like how are they, how they're doing, how they're managing in life. And I'm just blessed. I can't even begin to tell you. And I'm so blessed she's a little person, because if she were average size, and I'm sure some people of you out there know what it's like. You have elderly parents or a mom who is bedridden, or a dad, and they have those big Hoyer lifts, and the nurses come in and they get lifted, and then the lift takes you to the tub, and then they take you out of the lift. I mean, Maggie weighs 45 pounds. She's a little person. I thank God every day, because if she was average size, I wouldn't be able to take care of her. I wouldn't be able to take care of changing her diapers and that kind of thing. It would be so hard. I wouldn't be able to lift her. And it's very hard for me to lift her because my arms are short, because she's so stiff. But um, I'm just so blessed. You're just so blessed in everything. Just keep it real. It's okay. Scan. It was actually an MRI scan for a surgery she was supposed to have 2 days later. So, like on a Wednesday, and her surgery was scheduled for Friday. And needless to say, that didn't happen. But you're right. God knows our needs. And we as parents, I don't believe in, you know, that God chose you because he knew you could handle it. No, I don't believe that at all. I truly believe that we are given those things to show our strengths, and not because we're already strong, because there was no way I was strong. There was no way, God chose me for this to happen. And let me tell you, I believe in God, and I believe in Jesus, and I believe in a lot. And, but God doesn't give you anything you can't handle. Man, God gives us stuff we can't handle, and he tells us to figure it out. God chose you because Maggie had something to teach you. That's what I believe. I believe that too. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yep. But, it's God. How do I put it? Yeah, he gives you everything you can't handle. You just have to figure out how you can handle it, because in a lot of situations, I look, my sister's kids have no physical needs. No, they're good. They are really, they're physically able to do everything. My sister maybe hasn't gone through the same thing I've gone through. She goes through other things. Her situations are just different. And it doesn't mean that they're easier. From my perspective, some of my stuff is like me, I don't just get to leave the house when I feel like it. That's just not an option for us to do at our home. But yeah, with tall expectations, I was thinking about that a lot yesterday from Just Keep It Reals chat. And I was going through Facebook and I recognized the name, someone you may know. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember that individual. And I clicked on it. And he is an advocate for differently abled organizations. Yes, Constance, Tara, we do. Actually, yeah, we do. We have paddle extensions. When we go through one of the days of my life, I'm going to show you. I drive a red pickup truck. It's quite this show to see me get in. Not necessarily, well, yeah, maybe get out, but to me, it's not too bad. But yeah, I drive like a bat out of hell. In Georgia, I'd be considered a super speeder. And in New York, I'd probably like lose my brain because I don't like to drive slow. I don't like traffic. I don't like a lot of things. But yeah, just keep it real. I drive like a bat out of hell. True, true, true. But, and you advocate, even when you go like for a job interview, you put two people, one person who looks average or normal or just normal. We'll just say that. And you put a little person next to them or myself. A lot of times, like I have to truly sell the crap out of myself. You know, I probably need more references there instead of going back to your previous employer, one prior to that. They're going to want to go through all of your employers, like um, and I'm probably going to need to have more proof of education and certificates and things of that nature. And it's harder. And you have to, and it's unfortunate that we have to have people believe us and what we can do, what our mental capacity is. Not only that, but physical capacity. Like they'll see you like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? Like when I talk about working at the barn, and the barn has been, and I've worked in corporate America and I love corporate America, but working like in the barn um, with people, not once, they knew me as a customer. I'm a little person. And when I said, do you need help or support? They're like, yeah, I'm in on that, you know? And yeah, when can you start, Susie? And I work weekends. Um, so that means that Steve's usually home with Maggie, and sometimes we have a weekend nurse. And it's all good. Tara, I got to meet Susie and Steve. Yes, we did. And I honestly expected something so different. They're pretty damn normal to me, just shorter. I know, just keep it real. You know what she said, Tara? You're never going to believe this. She's like, damn, I thought you'd be shorter in her sweet little southern way. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're short. I was expecting somebody tall, you know, in a prairie dress. Not kidding, prairie dress. That sweet little southern little thing she's got, like, oh, I really did. Um, yeah, Tara, it was fun. We really had a good time. And Steve climbed Stone Mountain here in our state of Georgia. He beat my 6'4". Yes, and Steve, and that was in August. And Steve weighed 204 pounds. And him and exercise. He's like, I'm not going to do it. I'm like, I will, even though I just had hip replacement surgery, but it just didn't work out that I could do it because I was still using a cane. My speed to heal was not there. Yes, just keep it real, a prairie dress. But Steve was 204 pounds back in August when he climbed Stone Mountain. And now today he's 157 pounds. Oh, yeah, that was October. Oh, but in August, yeah, I think he was 104 pounds. He probably lost 10 pounds by October. So now he could go up and down and all around Stone Mountain. Yeah. So it's really fun. We can do more, when I've healed and I walk better than I've ever walked before. Because I like to walk, I like being outside, I like doing things of that nature. But a lot of times, things are very difficult, like for me to help my mom and climb in the attic of her garage and take something down. Physically, I cannot do that. I mean, it's not safe. Could I probably do that? Maybe, but I'm not going to climb a ladder to get something out of the rafters in her garage. Um, am I going to be able to climb a ladder and then clean out gutters? And no. I mean, that's just a lot. And my arm span is probably a total of, I don't know, maybe 36 inches. My arms are not, when they always say, oh, you are as tall as from your one fingertip to your other, right? From here to here. And you put your arms straight out. That's not true for me because my torso is average size. Countess Tara, that would be so fun. Yeah, that would be fun. Definitely. I heard you wanted to go to the Amish country. Oh my gosh. I did that in Pennsylvania when I was in high school. And that was pretty cool. We have the Amish community here, like further north away from the Milwaukee area. And it's, we have a good time. I love going to the bakery, and that's in somebody's basement of their house, and you wait like an hour sometimes on a Saturday to get fresh donuts, or go to the grocery store, go to their cheese factory. I mean, it's just a lot of fun. It really is. Read your comment. This one. He was, oh yeah, Steve, he's quite the dude. Let me tell you, he was in that conga line with all the ladies too. It was, and I was waving like, "Hey," and so was Just Keep It Real. We were really, that was fun. Yes, I know, Tara. You had made the comment that you are going to Uber it to Pennsylvania. That's a mighty long Uber ride. Or are you going to take the train? But that's really fun to get away from the big city. I know every time you're on lives, you can hear the fire trucks or the police. And I know that's just the sounds of New York City. But you always, you know, need to be prepared. Like when I pack for a trip, I take a big suitcase. It sounds crazy, but I need a stool. Why do I need a stool? Because the bathroom counters are so high, and then the handles to turn on the water are so far away. And I really like when I'm doing my hair, I want to be able to see my head and to put on makeup. And I always take a makeup mirror with me too, just because. And then beds. Oh my gosh, I can't run and jump and hop on a bed like that anymore. So we actually need stools. I do. I do. But, you know, my daughter Olivia does too. She's like 3'6". She's way shorter. So, um, typo, different place. They say Green Bay, Wisconsin is one of the best places to live in the world. Well, if you're a Packer fan, years ago, I think their twins were like two. I bartended on the weekends when the Packers were in town, and it's like a 3-hour drive from where I live because we live in the southeastern part of Wisconsin, western side of Milwaukee, but not in Milwaukee, but in Waukesha County. And in my opinion, living kind of close to the city, there's nothing to do in Green Bay. I mean, people will probably say, "Oh my God, you're from Wisconsin." Yeah, no, that's too far north. Um, and just keep it real. Can you block him, please? Thank you. Um, uh, I just don't need to. It's not my thing. I like to have, I don't know. I just like to have a lot of things accessible. Like, yes, Green Bay is, it's nice. It's really nice. I just don't know how to say it. It's just different. Too far north. Now, just keep it real. When you say people from Wisconsin say weird things, people from Green Bay and north, that is a good example. We call them Yoopers because they're from the northern part of the state, and they talk weird. They'll say like down there, hey, meaning down there, hey, like hey. Like, did you know that? Hey, you know what I mean? Hey. Yes, that's probably a lot of Wisconsin, northern Wisconsin. That is weird. It definitely is. Tree 30 for 3:30. Yeah, like northern, like upper Michigan, upper Wisconsin, tree 30. Yeah. We're here, we say 3:30. Yes, I do say hey too. It's a very Wisconsin thing. Yep, definitely. Know what I mean, hey? That I probably say all the time. Do you know what I mean, hey? But again, it's funny. So, yeah, everything is made for tall people. Let me see. Yes, I do. Oh, yes. Your in-laws are from Manitowoc, and that's south of Green Bay, but north of Milwaukee. Manitowoc is near where one of my other subscribers lives, and yeah, she doesn't live too far from here. So I'm excited to meet her one of these days, and that'll be great. But no, I like living here. Like today, it's probably, let me check what the temperature is. I think it's hot because I'm sitting here dying of heat. Oh, it's only 72. Oh, speaking of my friend who lives near Manitowoc, she just sent me a text because I told her it was going live. Oh, she's so funny. She didn't have Wi Fi. That's all right. Oh, his accent is still thick, even though they've been in Georgia forever. My father in law is from Manitowoc, and my mother in law is Southern from Virginia. It's cute. That would be cute. And like Steve is from New Mexico, and I think we talk the same because he doesn't have a Mexican accent, even though he grew up in a Mexican family. Um, so, yeah, he just talks like us, I want to say. Oh, that's so cute. Oh my goodness. I love that. There's somebody that I follow here on YouTube. She's not in the drama community. And she loves older men. Her current husband is 65 and she's 39. And for a while she was married to a gentleman. His name was Fred, and she's very open about it. You can see all about it on her YouTube channel. And when they got married, he was 94 and she was like 32 maybe or whatever. She loves older men because she feels they just know how to treat women. Oh yeah, Steve does giggle a lot. He does. He's funny. But he is such a good guy. He is so sweet. He's always doing so many sweet things for me. Maybe not and I'm the cougar in the relationship, by the way. He's much younger. But yeah, he is so good to me. He's just great. So sweet. Oh, I love older men too. They are. They are so older men, especially like old men. You watch them and they're so sweet to women and they're like all know about romance, but not like the crazy sexy romance. Like that's not my jam. But it's it's pretty I don't know. I just think it's cute to watch older people. That's okay, Tara. Yes, Steve is a wonderful stepdad. Yes, definitely. He's more like a real dad. He treats my kids like they're his. You know, they identify him as their stepdad when they're talking to other people or introducing, and it's so cute. And he is. And my kids loved him, like, loved him when he was married to his ex wife. Because for many years I was friends with her. And then that relationship had ended. And then 5 years later, Steve reappeared in the world. So you have it. He was only married to her for like 8 years, and then he moved back to New Mexico for 8 years, and then we connected on Facebook. But it was 5 years earlier that his ex-wife and I no longer we ended our friendship. Yeah. But yeah, he's so sweet. But yeah, there's so many things that, people just expect everyone to do what they can do. And that's not always accurate. And sometimes seems like a lot. It really does. It seems like a lot. Hold on. Yes, you can. Hold on one moment. Invite. I'm gonna just keep it real. I'm gonna put this up here for you, my dear. All right. Did you get that? Hold on one moment. I just need to turn off my camera, but you can come up, just keep it real. I just need to text for a moment. Oops, sorry. Now I see you. There you are, my dear.
Hold on, my AirPod isn't connecting.
You know, I had problems with that all day today.
Ugh.
I know. I'm just dying of heat. I have to turn on a fan on me because I'm sitting in the sun. And if it gets too noisy, let me know. Oh, Steve just texted me. He's on his way home. He knew we were talking about him. So, Tara, so now are you able to like move around the city better? Because I know before your surgery you weren't able to do any distance walking of that sort, or being able to, like you had mentioned about the dentist, it would be too physically hard for you to do. I'm just was curious about that. Man, that picture of me is kind of crooked.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. My AirPod wasn't connecting. I don't know why. That was weird.
That's weird. That picture of you and Mr. Just Keep It Real is really cute.
Thank you.
I love that little American flag behind you.
That's at a local restaurant.
That's very cute. I like your hair blonde. Oh, it was too much to take buses. I see. But you live in Brooklyn, right?
You live in Brooklyn, hey?
Hey, know what I mean? Hey, I probably say that to you a lot. Do you know what I mean? Hey,
You know what I've noticed is you've been doing it lately. You didn't used to say it before.
maybe now that you've been picking on my accent, you notice it more.
I
I
don't
think that's what
know.
it is. We talk funny.
I don't know. I've just noticed lately you've been saying hey a lot more.
Got
After
it.
you'll say a whole sentence and you'll say hey.
Hey, but yeah, that's pretty normal, I think.
Yeah, it's
But
cute.
yes. So, oh, you had to use Uber only before. Like when we go into the big city of like Chicago, we Uber down there. It's awesome. You definitely pick up accents of your friends.
Yeah.
Probably.
It was
But
good to see you live today, Tara.
it was. I was just like shocked.
I
I
know.
really was. And did I tell you the funny thing of it is? Remember when Mirandy all of a sudden had all those people blocked, and she didn't
Yeah.
realize that they were blocked? Well, I remember I wanted to say something to Michelle, and I was afraid Tara was going to block me and not allow me to say
Yeah.
it. So, like, I had blocked you, but I could never figure out how to undo that. And I know you could see me in your chats when you went live more frequently, like for family night on Fridays. And then I didn't see you for the longest time. And then when you were in my chat, I couldn't see you. So I don't know. I was really frustrated of why you weren't on any blacklist. Well, then to find out it wasn't in YouTube and it wasn't in StreamYard, it happened to be in Google. It was crazy.
I went through that with Denise, I think is her name.
Denise.
Creatively something
Oh,
with Denise or something.
mm,
And I was looking on my YouTube blacklist. And I was like, she's not blocked. She's not blocked. And then Susie, you told me to look at my Google block list,
Right.
and she was blocked over there. And then I unblocked her, and now we can see each other and everything's cool again.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
I remember when I blocked her, it was when she was modding for Michelle, creatively inspired by Denise. Yes.
Right.
I blocked her when she was a mod for Michelle.
Right. So she couldn't see what you were typing in chat.
Yeah, but I could see her,
Exactly.
and she kept typing when somebody would say my name. She kept saying, "I can't see, just keep it real. Does she have me blocked?" And I'm like, "No, I can see you." And then when you told me about the Google thing, I had no idea. And sure enough, I logged into my Google and she was blocked. She was blocked on Google. I was
Yeah.
like, that is so weird.
Like with Tara, what was weird is I remember seeing it, and there were two versions of her name that were blocked. So, like, I probably have 3 or 4 Google names associated with my Google account. So, she, Tara, you must too. Um,
Yeah, Tara, we did. We had a
and
lot of y'all mods blocked because y'all kept blocking us.
you know, Michelle would be like, block her, block her. Just keep it real, block her.
Ooh, she couldn't stand to even see my name. Anytime I would type, I could say, "You look beautiful, Michelle," and she'd be like, "Just keep it real to the attic."
Even when you have something nice to say.
Every time. It's
Right.
so funny.
And then you have like no clue about people, like who they are and who they became. You and I talk about that a lot. Um,
Yeah,
that we've always been who we've been. We just made poor choices of who we were associated
right.
with, which then cause people to be really, uh, not like us. Hey, Jilly, how are you today, my dear?
Chili, my little sushi thief.
Aw, she's
Have you
so.
stolen any sushi today, Jilly?
Oh yeah, that's right. The sushi stealer. I
Little
love
sushi
sushi.
thief. Jilly doesn't like sushi, but apparently she stole some once.
I know. I was just like, wow, that is good. I'm so glad you're doing good.
Jilly, Jilly, you were what did I call it in Mirandy's pocket blocking? You were
Pocket
blocking
blocking.
everybody with, yes, she has her phone in her pocket when she cleans houses, and
Right.
she puts her phone in her pocket while she's working. And this morning she blocked bad medicine from her pocket and didn't even
Oh
realize
my
it.
gosh.
And yesterday she was typing all these random letters in chat. It was so funny. We were like, Jilly, stop.
Exactly. I know,
It was so funny.
sometimes you're not thinking, and I've answered a phone call I really didn't want to answer, but another phone call was coming in. I wanted to answer that one. And before I could even realize
Yeah.
it, answer a phone call, and that's not the one I wanted to answer. Oh, you timed out devious.
Yeah,
How
Jill, she timed out Devious too. We were cracking up because we knew what was happening because she was working and had her phone. And finally she said, I'm just gonna get off the live because she kept screwing up with her butt.
That's funny because you know what's really interesting is wouldn't it be great if you could have heard what Julie was saying while she's like cleaning and
It was
all of
so
that
funny.
stuff and making comments? You're
When she
yeah,
accidentally timed bad medicine out today, I was laughing because I knew she didn't really do it and that her phone was in her pocket, and I was cracking up. But we had your back, Julie. We fixed it, honey.
yeah, that's good because I know poor Mirandy, she was like so sad, like everybody was being blocked, but it was funny. Tara was saying when when we were talking just a few moments ago about um, Michelle, and I'm sure you were on the number one top priority block list, even from the head. For sure, Julie, all you do is complain. LOL, like, damn it. We just had our carpet cleaned today because there was a flood here like 2 weeks ago. The wash machine from the unit above us broke and water was pouring through our ceiling and
Oh, God.
ugh, it was water stains all over our carpet. So it took them 2 weeks to get somebody to come here, and then they decided they'll clean our whole carpet, so it would be good. So,
Did
oh,
they get all the stains out?
um, the water stains I won't know until it
It dries,
dries.
yeah.
But like we just gave our furniture away on Wednesday, and tomorrow morning the new furniture will come in, so it works out perfect because the
Yeah.
carpet's all clean. They had a bigger space, and the guy goes, "Where do you guys all sit?" I'm like, "Well, we have no place to sit until Saturday." But Maggie
No,
does. She's got
nowhere
luxury.
this week.
I know. And then there's Maggie with luxury accommodations. Steve's like, how is that? Maggie, you get the
Because
good stuff.
she's the princess of the house.
He is. And I had a settee in here, which I still have, and it's going to go up to my mom's lake house. But it's just the perfect size for Maggie to lay on during the day. She's got a memory foam pad underneath her, and she's been super comfortable. She usually does. I mean, it's new for her to be laying on it, but she looks
Hey,
comfortable.
Bradley. How are you, honey?
Hey, my wandering Scorpio. How are you this fine day? I'm kind of nosy. Where are you today?
I know, right?
When you come to Wisconsin, we'll have to try to connect, especially if you are in the Waukesha area, for sure. I know, I'm like, oh my gosh, I know a truck driver and he's all over. I have a cousin who does that and he loves it. He rarely ever comes home. Rarely ever. He's on the road.
He said he's
You're
quitting.
quitting. These people are stupid who are stupid. Well, yeah, if my Steve is on the road, yeah, he drives really slow. I like, um, he definitely does.
Jilly, that's cool, but if you could email me or um get Mirandy to give you my phone number, I need to show you the list of ingredients because I know you have diabetes, and I want you to make sure that you can consume the ingredients. So tell Mirandy she can
Oh,
give you my phone number, and I'll tell you what all's in them.
and Jilly, they are so amazing. Like, amazing. They really are. They're so.
Did y'all try the Harley?
No, not yet. I'm waiting
That's
for
so
Olivia to
good.
try it. The guys aren't ready for that yet because they don't like root beer. But I might sneak one in there for them. You know, our
But
favorite
Caden likes root
mug.
beer.
He does, but he's a little nervous. Root beer and orange. But
It's
we'll
really
see.
good.
I'll talk to him tonight and have him try it, or I'll make it. And Julie,
Can I put my
these
email in the chat for Tara?
absolutely.
Okay.
These teas, in my opinion, the sweetener that's used, in my opinion, tastes like sugar. It doesn't taste like a diet fake form of sugar. It's really good.
Right.
And like my favorite flavor is Dream On, and it tastes like grape Kool-Aid from when I was a kid. And now we just got a new one. Hey Blacks, how are you, my dear? So good to see you.
Okay, Julie, just tell Mirandy I said to give you my number and text me. Hey, Blacks.
That's so cute. Aw, so good to see you.
Love me some Blacks. Such a sweet
Yes, she's
lady.
so cute. So you are wandering Scorpios in Grand Rapids, Michigan. When are you coming to my side of the lake? We are probably 15 miles from Lake Michigan. And I used to work for Johnson Controls for 15 years. And we had locations in Grand Rapids, Detroit, you name it, all over the world. So I'm pretty familiar with, I guess, geography. So good to see everybody. It's so nice.
You're welcome, Julie.
Oh, who's on panel? Is that Miss Cindy? No, it's Just Keep It Real and Susie. But you know what? I'll put back on my camera. Just give me a moment. Hold on.
Tara, did you see my email, honey? It's okay, Blacks.
Sorry. Oh,
Hey,
I'll
Share
come back.
Bear.
Oh, I have to turn back on my camera.
Okay, Tara. Hey, Share Bear. Welcome in, sweetie.
There I am. Hi, Share Bear. It's good to see you. Oh, you don't have your glasses on. That's funny. That is so
Just keep
cute.
it fake.
Oh, that's funny. I kind of had to step away for a brief moment to get a different bottle of water because the other one was hot from sitting in the sun. And I know, just keep it fake. I don't know. But who's Hey Chef?
She
Or
meant
was that?
Share Bear.
Oh, I'm like, did I miss somebody? It's so cute. I love everybody that's in here. It's been fun doing this and talking about, like Julie talks about cleaning, and that works out great. I used to have a cleaning lady for 24 years, the same woman. She came every 2 weeks, and my mom initially hired her for me when I was pregnant with the twins. So my kid's dad was in college and I worked full time. And so then my mom hired her because I refused to pay someone to clean my house. And then Julie was here for 24 years and she retired. I mean, we're like the best of friends. You're allergic to it. But what wound up happening is because once I had the twins, when my mom stopped paying for cleaning, there was just no way I could do it. And like, of course, I cannot reach things that are necessarily up high. It's a lot of work to do some of those things and get into deep corners, or my arms aren't long enough to reach behind things. Or and Julie did an amazing job. Plus she was part of our family. She became part of our family. And like I always say, with anybody who is ever like, we don't run a business here, we're a family. And that's the, and if people want to be in a business situation when it's like related to Maggie, it's not going to work here because people are just family. Just
Yeah.
like my friends, we're family. And you might not be related by blood, but it is so Julie, you ought to make a cleaning inspiration motivation videos. Yeah, because there are some things like Steve does maintenance and he's like an expert stain remover from carpet. So he gets the stains out of my mom's carpets. He can tell you the more toxic the cleaning product is, the better it cleans, in his opinion, you know. But yeah, there are some things like he will say, don't ever buy Fabuloso. But he does. He does an amazing job. Steve like cleans the bathrooms and I clean the rest of the house. And that's, you know, pretty good. We're quite a good team. The bathrooms are the worst. That's because I can't stand hair. Not even my own hair can I stand. Like if I brush my hair and my hair comes out in the brush, I'm like, I don't know. It's just
I don't
so,
like hair either.
I'm not even my own. Oh, it's so disgusting. And my kids have so much hair that when they were little, even I would just, and when I'd sit and brush their hairs, because they had such thick, they still do thick hair. It's kind of, oh, Black says, why no Fabuloso? I don't know. He says it really stinks, I guess. You know what my favorite cleaning product is? Pine Sol. I love the smell of Pine Sol.
Ew, not me.
What do you like?
I
What
use
kind?
white vinegar.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You told me that to clean
Hey,
everything.
Brenda Meek. Welcome in, Brenda.
That's because you love pickles, and white vinegar is in
Might
pickles.
be.
So you got the two kind of. If you don't use it for cleaning, you'll use it for pickling.
Or for recipes.
Right? Oh, I got that on hand. Multi.
I don't know. I don't like bleach. I just don't like chemicals in general,
Oh,
but like the husband will use, well, I mean, the other thing that I do okay with is, and I know this isn't the MLM, so y'all don't come for me, but the Scentsy line of cleaning products,
yes.
I do have some of those. I don't use them all the time. Again, I mostly use white vinegar. Even the mop the floors, I use it to clean the carpets. I use vinegar for everything, the countertops, everything. So,
Right.
but I will use the apple orchard scent
Mm-hmm.
cleaning line from Scentsy on occasion.
Ooh, that's a good smell, though.
Yeah, it's
And
not too overwhelming and doesn't smell like chemicals. I can't stand the smell of chemicals. I just can't do it.
You like Mr. Clean, the cleaning expert. Mr. Clean or Lysol products. Yep, I'm with you on that 100%. And Cher Bear likes white vinegar and
And
Dawn.
Dawn, yeah, I can do
Well,
that too. I can do that too, Share Bear. Yeah.
Dawn for any kind of stain on your clothes. And we use the power wash now because I like it because you can just spray once instead of pouring. You just use so much less. But to spray it on your clothes and it cleans so good. I think it does. Putting Dawn dish soap in your laundry on your clothes. Countess Tara likes Mr. Clean, but Blacks likes Fabuloso or white vinegar also.
So blacks, if you use peroxide instead of bleach, does it have a strong smell?
Peroxide, I don't think peroxide smells at all.
Okay. I could
Because
do that.
when you were a kid, did your mom, like if you had an earache or a lot of earwax, your mom would put a little bit of peroxide in your ear and you feel it bubble? Maybe not in the South, but here in the Midwest, they kind of did that. It's what we used when I was night management at a memory care facility. Oh, wow. I like the smell of um, um, bleach. I do like
Ugh,
that
I
smell.
don't.
Oh, not to like inhale. It's not like I'm sniffing it. Fake. What do you use as a disinfectant? She was.
Well, I soak I soak my sink once or twice a week in white vinegar and hot water and Dawn. Now my toilets and my tub, I use the scrub and bubbles. That doesn't seem to bother me too much. I just don't like the smell of anything that smells like Lysol or bleach. I can't do it. It literally makes me gag.
Right. Blacks. I'm so used to it, so I honestly don't know if it smells. Yeah.
I'll have to try
Peroxide
that.
doesn't smell. Peroxide doesn't smell at all because we use that to clean some of Maggie's supplies and things like that we have to
Yeah.
clean. Um, Hot water and peroxide. Um, Rubbing alcohol is too strong.
Alcohol instead of bleach. Like Jilly, like rubbing alcohol. I could
Yeah.
probably do that.
Well, if you think about it, like Tito's, we'll use Michelle and Tito's. You know, when you know the vid started in 2020, the
Rubbing alcohol.
organization that
Okay.
made Tito's switched it over and made hand sanitizer with the alcohol.
Yeah.
So you could get like Tito's um, hand sanitizer at that time. I don't know where you could buy it, but they were making it for hospitals and whatnot. So
Listen, if I buy Tito's, it's going into my Bloody Marys that I start making at 10 a.m. every day.
I love Tito's. Oh, my girlfriend, she's a little person and she would be a blast to have for me to like interview and for her and I too. We probably could do this, but her name is Techie and she does theater and writes plays for people with disabilities. It's so awesome. Or people who are differently abled or just different, period. And her and I made up a drink. It's called the Techie Tanker. And then there was the Susie Tanker. And the only difference was she did Grey Goose and I did Tito's, and it was Tito's on the rocks with a splash, and I'm talking a light splash, a seltzer, and a lime. And she did Grey Goose, with a splash of seltzer and a lemon. And that's what we called tankers. And it
And I
was,
need to say that that was a joke about me mixing Bloody Marys at 10 a.m., but someone on this app claimed that that's what I do every day. That was totally a joke, y'all.
yeah.
That's my disclaimer.
So you can mix it with vinegar, but not on floors. Oh.
Okay. Good to know.
So
Thank you, Jilly.
vinegar, won't that leave like um, marks on floors, like on LVP or whatever, or hardwoods? That's really interesting. How do you clean glass top stoves or clean the inside of an oven? I know I'm looking crazy, like, I don't
I don't
know.
have a glass top stove, but again, I clean my stove with vinegar.
Yeah, I clean it with Dawn dish soap. All right. Chili Dawn dish soap rubbing alcohol and water makes the foam dish soap if you use it. LOL.
Windex. Okay. I don't like the way Windex smells either.
I don't
I
know.
have a I have a thing about smells, y'all.
If I drink, I love Malibu rum. Oh, I love those. Yes, they do make good sex on the beach. So, oven cleaner for the inside your oven, if you just spray it in there, because I do not like self clean because I think it's going to blow up my house. So, just spray in the oven cleaner, use a scraper to scrape that all off, and it works good, I would think. Oh, blacks. The pink stuff works great. That must be Fabuloso. Isn't Fabuloso pink?
I think they have different ones.
Oh, Julie uses Dawn to clean showers and tubs. That's nice. So,
I could do that.
Julie, when you go in and clean, do you use the products that you like to use? Or if you're going into homes, do you have to use what they have? We always did it that my cleaning lady brought her own supplies because she liked her own stuff. You
The pink
mix
stuff.
Windex with rubbing alcohol.
Hmm. Blacks, does the pink stuff have a chemical smell or does it smell good? It's the
No,
chemicals for me. That's all it is.
it's a cleaning product called the Pink Stuff.
Spray it, let it
Ooh,
sit for 30 minutes and get wet.
here,
Hmm.
yep, spray it, let it sit for 30 minutes, then go back to it while it's down with a wet cloth, and all that junk will come off. Okay, perfect.
Julie, you are teaching us so much today.
Right? I do have all my own cleaning stuff, but if they prefer something, they leave it out for us to use. Oh,
Mm,
yeah,
cool.
it's fun learning different things.
Absolutely.
I like fresh and clean smells or the coconut smell. Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
I do. I like, I kind of like fruity, citrusy, all of that. Wipe. I will do that. Definitely.
Okay, Black. So I'm going to look it up. Thank you.
I tell you, my sister uses it, and I haven't been there in 3 years, but she adores it. The pink stuff. Oh, I've never. So, but yeah, like everything is when we were talking about my boobs at the beginning, like if I'm even standing on a stool and let's say cleaning my countertop with like spray, I still get the wet line. Yeah, I'll do this. The wet line across my boobs here because, you just only have so much. Um, I only have so many inches in front of me. I bet my arm probably goes out, I don't know, 10 inches maybe in front of my face.
Yeah.
So even eye exams, and I have really bad reading vision, but I wear contacts for my reading vision. And they would give me a prescription and I couldn't read, like this is where I hold my phone this far away, right? This is what I do. When I'm reading a book or whatever, or if I'm writing, my nose is, right to the paper kind of thing. And I noticed, I'm like, why is that thing so far away? When they pulled the vision thing and then they had that thing, it was so far away. I'm like, do you realize my arms aren't even that long? And I said, can you just give me like a piece of paper or something? Let me show you how I read. And they're like, wow, yeah, no. So then they retested my eyes. Like I have really bad reading vision, even from quite a distance. Like if I didn't have my contacts in, I couldn't read any of this. I'd be like, what? And I'd still wouldn't be able to really see it. But thank goodness they, have come far in eyewear that you can wear contacts. And it's so nice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, here's Black's. Oh, that's this. Her maid introduced it to her. Oh, introduced her to it. That's interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up. The pink stuff.
Right. It's but it's fun. I know I've been sitting on here for like an hour and 22 minutes. But we've had fun today.
Yeah. I enjoyed
Um,
it. Thank you
Definitely.
for letting me come up.
No, anytime. One thing I wanted to let everybody know is if you go into my about section for like details, I have my link to my Facebook page up there. So if you want to check out my family, if you're really nosy like I am, you want to check out my family, um, or pictures that I have out there, it would be great. I haven't posted things in a while except for my YouTube lives, but yeah, check it out. It's really interesting. Super Soup says, I love for things to smell really clean. Yes, me too. Pine Sol Bleach, Fabuloso, etc. are my favorites because they smell clean. I even use Irish Spring body wash because I smell clean. I know, don't you like that? I love smelling clean. Always. Share Bear, I'm so glad you came in too. It was really fun. And we had a really good time. We learned so much. And it winds up not necessarily derailing, but, we find similarities amongst one another
For sure.
and differences. And we really don't, I don't think we think about that on a daily basis that, oh my gosh, just because somebody looks different, then we are different. All of us are different. And so many of us are very similar.
Or
So,
even like living in different states, we still have a lot of similarities too.
yes.
which I love. But I like to talk about the differences.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I do
it's
too.
fun to learn different things about everyone, you know?
Exactly. And just keep it real. And we talk like every day. And yesterday we were just talking about manners and what we teach our children about manners. And it is so different,
Right.
very different. Like my kids, you'd ask them a question and they'd say, yes, please. And just keep it, kids would say, yes, ma'am. But that's like a Southern thing. And it doesn't make either one bad or wrong or not right, but it's
Right.
just different and it's so sweet. I love it when I hear little kids say yes ma'am, or down south they would call me Miss Susie, like children.
Right. Right.
My kids would just say, oh, Sandra, which is my sister's name, that kind
No,
of.
we would never allow that in the South. Never.
Right. And it's so different, but it doesn't make it wrong or indifferent.
Right. Right. Exactly.
But I am so glad to have you all here. And Cherubim, yes, isn't it nice? You've made some great friends on YouTube. That it is, most definitely.
Me
And I
too,
love
Share
it.
Bear.
And hopefully, you know what? I don't have to work on Sundays, so maybe I can come
You're
up.
off Sunday?
Yes, but I have to work all day tomorrow, like from 10 to 5.
Why are
But
you off Sunday?
because I'm working Saturday, which is kind of nice. Um, but it would be fun. Then I can go live on Sunday with Steve.
Yeah,
We
I'm
can.
trying to talk to Mr. Just Keep It Real. Um, he tells the story of how we met a lot better than I do because I forget. I don't know if I forget certain details, but he has a totally different perspective than I do
Right.
on certain details, and they're really cute and really sweet. So,
Well,
I hope,
maybe. I wish I knew. I think you have to have the paid version of StreamYard. So, like, you and I could stream together and it would show up on both of our channels.
yeah, I
And
don't know how to do that.
we could have Mr. Just Keep It Real and Steve, Mr. Spicy, and we could just stream it on both of our channels. Like, tell us, how did you meet? You know what I'm saying? And hear
We
things.
met in the strangest way.
Yeah, and Steve and I, like, it was kind of weird too.
Yeah,
But
it was.
it was, who would have thunk? My daughter was the flower girl at his wedding. Who would have thunk?
Yeah.
But anyways, well, look at this, Miss Share Bear. Your girlfriend's grandchildren call you Miss Cheryl. That's so cute. I love New
Aw.
Jersey, by the way. We watched The Real Housewives of New Jersey last night. Loved it. I love all that Real Housewives drama stuff.
I think Jilly is butt texting again.
Is she?
Oh, never mind. I was behind in the chat. Never mind.
Oh, that's funny. But it was so good to see you and share Bear. That would be fun to learn about, like how we learned got to know each other. But Sunday would be an awesome day. So I think Steve and I are going to do something on Sunday.
Cool.
Do a live together.
Yay. I love Steve.
Yeah, he loves you too.
He will
So when
be
you,
giggling a lot.
yes, he will. Very much so. Very giggly. But he's like, I don't giggle. And then
Oh, is he home?
he just walked in the door.
Hey, Steve. I love you.
Love you too.
Did you hear him before? He's like, ha, ha, ha.
He's such a giggler. It's so cute.
definitely. All right, guys. It was so good to see you all today. And definitely, we will be back on Sunday.
All right. Love you. Bye.
Love you too. Bye.